Well, what's up, guys? Welcome to an episode of Skywars. So, in the past, like recently, I've talked about why homework is easily the worst thing the school system does, and I still stand by that statement. I still believe that. But presentations are a close second. And here's my reasoning for saying that. A presentation... I currently have this history project, right? It's about ancient empires. And we all got like a random empire, not a random empire, we were able to choose, but the order we chosen was randomized, and I wanted like Rome, or the Byzantines, you know, things that actually have information on them so that I could make a decent presentation. Okay, this is not gonna, I can make a decent presentation, and there isn't any, which I find really unfair, because like there are people that got the best empires with like the most information in the world, and yet I got Muslim-ruled Spain. Have you ever heard someone say, ooh, I want to learn about the Al-Andalus Empire? No. What? No one even knows what that is. So, immediately that becomes an issue. There's, like, no information on my thing. Which, like, how are you going to assess a kid based off of how much information they can find on something that might not have any information on it? Like, there really isn't much. I completed what I could so far. And then the rest is just like, I'll find it later today. I've put it off a while. I'll get into that in a little bit. But like, again, assessing someone based on whether they can find information on something that just literally might not have any information on it. Like, if you can't make a presentation on it that isn't based off of your own curriculum, you should not be assigning it to a kid. Because like, I asked my teacher about it. I was like, hey, do you know, like, anything extra about this? Like, we have this stupid little acronym, and it's like, S, which is, I don't pay attention. Social. So, like, the social aspects of it, like, what were what's it called? Social standing, like, the ladder of people. So anyways, beyond the unfair assessment of their skill to find something that, again, might not have any information on it, I feel like it's unfair when it's turned into a presentation. Like, for example, the history thing. I thought it was just a slideshow at first, and we were just submitting like a little slideshow. I should have known better. It's like a full-on presentation, and I really don't like giving presentations on things, especially when I don't care about them. Like, it's not that I don't like being in front of people. I just know they're bored, and like it's a waste of everybody's time. Like, literally, they're getting nothing out of this. They're not paying attention. I guarantee you there's not going to be a single kid when I give that presentation that's like, ooh, tell me more. No one cares. Like, why are we wasting our time doing a presentation? We clearly know. We made an entire slideshow on it. Why do you have to make us present that slideshow? But anyways, like, there are some kids that don't like presentations because they don't like being in front of people, and you're forcing this kid to be in front of people. That's not going to get them out of their comfort zone, like, in a good way where, you know, expanding your horizons, whatever, making you stronger. No. That's going to make you dread that class more, dread presentations more, just not want to do any of the work. You're not benefiting anyone by doing that. So, like, that is super unfair to do to a kid. And, like, why would you ever force a kid to do something they don't want to do? Like, that's so messed up. They don't... It's not that they don't want to do it because they don't know it. They made an entire presentation, like, for you. They built a slideshow for you. Why do they have to present it to a bunch of people that don't care? Like, it's more embarrassing, if anything, because you go up there, no one cares, no one's listening, and you're still just talking away. And not just talking away, but like in detail, and like, that was okay. How's Mars? Anyways, like, no one's paying attention, and the ones that are, if you mess up, they're gonna notice, they're gonna laugh, they're gonna, like, you're gonna notice them chuckle at the, like, every time you mess up a word. You're like, oh, yeah, my bad, that's the, water wheel. Like, people are gonna know when you mess up if they're paying attention, and if they're not, that's just worse, because they're not paying attention, they just don't care. Then what's the point of being up there? And I feel like teachers don't exactly get that. Because, like, literally no one cares. Like, you can tell them, don't be on your phones, pay attention. They're not getting anything out of it. They're not learning. They're not paying attention. They're daydreaming. I mean, hell, the person presenting half the time is daydreaming. But, like, again, personally, it's not that I have an issue being in front of a lot of people. I just don't like talking about things that I just genuinely don't care about. And this empire is something I genuinely do not care about. And there's, like, no information on it, so why should I? So, I mean, beyond the aspect of, like, presentations, like, people not liking being in front of people, but, like, they're, beyond the kids that just don't like being in front of a lot of people, what good are you getting out of it? Like, you can see that they have all this information on the slideshow. They didn't just plagiarize it, and if they did, check their citations, and you can see exactly where they plagiarized it from. And then you can take off their points. Like, why force every kid in the class to do something that, again, is out of their comfort zone? That doesn't make a kid more excited. They're like, ooh, man, that wasn't so bad. I want to do that again. No, they think, I never want to do that again because that was awful. People laughed and, you know, they noticed every little thing that I messed up on. Like, you're not helping a child by doing that. Give them, when they have to, like, then from there on out, as they talk to people for, like, job interviews and stuff, and they're reading off of their resume, they're gonna be like, oh, yeah, I worked at, what, oh, yeah, Chili's. And, like, then they're gonna be afraid that they messed up, because, they, you know, people just don't care. Like, they laugh. They make fun of you for when you mess up when you're a kid. So then in the future, it's going to cause issues. You're going to be constantly second-guessing yourself. It's very harmful to a kid that needs to learn how to, you know, be okay with messing up as a kid. So either get the class under control and make it to where if they laugh, there's a punishment, or just make it to where there aren't any presentations to begin with. Again, pushing a kid out of their comfort zone when they're not ready to be pushed out of that is not a good thing. They won't care. They won't put in the effort that you want them to put in. Teachers wonder why kids, like, grades slip or their presentations are lackluster. They just don't care. You're making them do something they don't want to do. Why would they care? That's like, it really is just one of the dumbest things. How do you not get that? If someone doesn't care, they're not going to do it. That's like if we were like, you know, we really don't like the way you teach. I think you should do it this way, and then you did. We would no longer get anything out of it because you wouldn't care about that way. Like, it's not your way. You wouldn't care. So we're getting nothing out of it. You're getting nothing out of it. There's literally nothing good to come out of doing something that you don't want to do. So, again, presentations, just dumb ideas in general. Like, and the other thing is, I have put mine off for a month now. If you give a kid too long to do it, they'll procrastinate. They'll be like, oh, wow, I have a month. It's not that big of a deal if I put it off just a little while. And then, you know, a little while becomes a week. And then a week becomes 2 weeks. So on and so forth, until eventually you're like me and it's the day before it's due and you're just kind of playing Skywars instead of doing that assignment because you've been given way too long. So you're like, I can put it off. So, like, giving presentations, you usually get a long time to get them ready, and that harms a student because they put it off for too long and then it hits them all at once. Anyways, guys, that was an episode of Skywars. I wasn't going to make a video again, but Raptor mentioned something about how I need to just get it done. So I was like, yeah, or I could not, and I'll make a Skywars video about it instead because, you know, Skywars video. Why wouldn't I do that? Free views. Anyway, see you in the next one.